Nestlé. We are an FMCG company, and to be very, very honest, GST was always coming from last 10 years, right? Before 2017. So we always said we will see how it comes, and we did not invest much in our downstream supply chain. When GST came, we realized that the infrastructure that we were sitting with was not good enough, was not fit enough for future growth. So if the ambition of the company was to go from $2 billion to $5 billion in next 10 years, the infrastructure, the downstream supply chain capability was not good enough to support that. So then we started a journey. We had 38 distribution centers, and when we analyzed, none of them were fit for future for next 5 to 10 years. Then we did our DNR, we did Lamasoft and blah, blah, blah. We narrowed down to 24 points that we should have our distribution center for efficient route to customer. So we have to close down all 38, start 24 new, but they could be in similar cities. Like if you are in Mumbai or in Bhiwandi, you can move to a better location in Bhiwandi. But when we started the exercise and we got in touch with all the 3PLs and developers, and we realized that it's Dilchar and even Lucknow and Jaipur, the infrastructure is not there. So then what do you do? Because if you don't have logistics park, then you have to get into build to suit, and build to suit solutions are not very efficient because someone is doing only for you. There's no shared warehousing facility. So in last 5 years, I've seen the change. By talking to a lot of these people, they're realizing that the potential in tier 2 and tier 3 cities is very high. If I look at AC Nielsen data, there are 11 million outlets for FMCG products in the country. More than 6.5 million out of that are in tier 3, tier 4 and rural towns. So there's a huge opportunity, and most of the FMCG companies have a share of 20 to 30% in rural sales, but which is not direct, which is indirect. So, and we have seen during COVID that the resilience from these tier 3, tier 4 cities and rural population was much faster. We could get back to our sales much faster post-COVID than the metros. So there's a huge potential. Now the issue is we have to put the business case. And the business case is not of incremental sale versus cost to serve in the infrastructure. The business case is what are we going to do in next 10 years? What is the opportunity? What is the potential? Do we have the right portfolio? Do we have the right portion size? Because if you go to small towns, the aspiration of a small kid to eat a Kit Kat is the same of a kid in Delhi to eat Kit Kat, right? Now I have to make sure that I do not give him a portion size which is 50 bucks. Can I make a portion size of 10 bucks with the same quality? And then it's going to run. Now that is a business case, and then how do I design the route to customers? So the tier 2, tier 3 cities has to see development. There are a lot of government initiatives which are coming in. I'm very, very hopeful that the Gati Shakti scheme, the direct freight corridors, and other infrastructure which is coming up will directly help, because once you have the access, the logistic infrastructure will develop, and we have to collaborate. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to collaborate with developers and saying that guys, I need to go to Guwahati, I need to go to Salem, I need to go to Raipur, build me infrastructure, okay, and we'll grow together. So once we have infrastructure and once we have the business case that there is a demand consumption, then we can put the two pieces together. So I think as supply chain professionals, we have to do both the things. We have to make sure there's a good business case for us to grow our business, understand the aspiration of consumers, give them the right portfolio, right product, right price point, and build the route to customer, and it will follow. So as we all know, in supply chain, we never have full visibility of how we're going to do it. We start and we find a way, and I'm very sure we will find a way. A lot of companies have found a way, and that's the way to go. So I'm very, very hopeful that in next 10 years, the growth is going to come from tier 3, tier 4, and rural India. The companies which can go there faster with the right proposition will win.